All right, you can bring it over. Hello. Sight. What is sight? The dictionary definition of sight is the faculty or power of seeing. But really, it goes beyond that. Sight is more than just seeing. Sight is education. Sight is belief. Sight is reality. Let me ask you a question. Go back to the picture. Tell me what you see. I can tell you right now it's more than just a flower pot. Really, look hard. Nothing? Come back to me. Don't worry, we'll get back to that picture. In the meantime, while you think about it, I will be discussing the conceptual nature of sight. How we as humans are visual learners. How we believe in what we can see, not necessarily what we hear about. And how images are representative of reality. 65% of people are visual learners, and there are many reasons for this. Number 1, visuals stick in long-term memory. We remember things better when we can see it, when we know what something looks like. Kind of like being able to put a name to a familiar face.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Ellen.
Oh.
Oh, my bad. Close enough. Number 2, visuals transmit messages faster and improve comprehension. Pretend you know nothing about the human body. If I were to tell you that the liver is located in the upper right portion of the abdomen, beneath the diaphragm and above your stomach, would you be able to completely process that? Or would it help if I had this diagram to back up my claim? It would help you learn it faster and understand it better. Number 3, visual cues trigger emotions. Visual memory is encoded in the medial temporal lobe of the brain, the same place where emotions are processed. If I were to show you this video of a puppy, it would typically make you happy.
Look at the size.
But if I were to show you this video of starving children in Africa,
7.
it would make you sad.
7 years old.
We learn things more easily based on what we can see, and we also believe things more easily based on what we can see. Every eye must learn how to see, but every eye must also learn how to make sense of what we can see. What we are looking at and do typically dictate what we believe. This can be spoken of in the literal sense, with objects, sights, animals, me. This can also be spoken of in the abstract sense. If I told you it was possible to regurgitate a live frog,
What?
to levitate, or to catch a bullet in your mouth, would you believe me? Probably not, and you might still not after watching David Blaine. But he's at least got you thinking about believing after these acts are performed. Arguably, the biggest see it to believe it debate is whether or not God exists. This is very controversial, and I'm not going to get into my own beliefs, but there are many who say they do not believe in God because they cannot see Him. And for the believers, each interpretation and perception is different. He could be this God, any of these gods, or this God.
I'm God.
Beliefs are open-ended. Some people need visual proof to believe in God, and some people don't. And unless we get that one day, the debate will just continue.
Bingo! Yahtzee!
Visuals, images, and what we see are representative of reality. Some may play devil's advocate and say that this is false, because images can be altered or edited, and images represent point of views, which can't possibly exemplify reality as a whole. But this is untrue, because point of view, various perspectives, subjectivity, make the world what it is, make it real. Take this photograph, for example. To me, it speaks to the struggle women face. The world spinning around the lonely shadow of a beautiful girl can say a lot about the way some women are treated in society. But that's just me. The photographer may have had a completely different intent when taking it, and others may analyze it differently as well. This picture shows that just because a photograph is pre-produced, edited, and highly interpretive, does not mean it doesn't represent reality. That's the beauty of art. It can be real for anyone. So now we come back to this painting. I didn't describe it as much in the beginning because I wanted to give you some time to think about it. This painting is the perfect example of one where there's more than meets the eye at first glance. If you look at it carefully, although it is a beautiful painting of flowers in a vase, if you look at it more closely, you'll see the two faces. 1, 2. You'll see the lips kissing, the eyes, the eyebrows. And if you analyze it even more, you'll see written in Hebrew text the songs of Solomon within the flowers. See, to me, this picture exemplifies the conceptual nature of sight. It's satisfying both hedonistically and intellectually. It visually teaches us about love and beauty. You believe it once you see it for what it truly is. And it tells us about the artist's reality and the reality of many others.